basically, if you look at your selling price in a competitive world, it's determined by your raw material cost, your R&D, your logistics, and then your profit. Right? While your profit is the only thing that is a variable that you can adjust if you want to enter a market or gain market share. But your raw material and R&D pretty much are fixed if you have to be competitive. It's global purchasing and the R&D spends have to be same. So the only thing left is logistics. So in any manufacturing, the logistics of it is also very important, where automation can play a lot of part in the smart manufacturing process. I think one of the questions was which industry would embrace this at first. You rightfully said automotive, electrical, right? But so a little bit of what we do, right? So apart from the devices and stuff, what Daifuku does is basically the material movement from point A to point B within the four walls of a factory or a distribution center is what we do. So that's also automation, right? We started with mechanization and now it's become automation. And which industry? So basically, if you look at your selling price in a competitive world, it's determined by your raw material cost, your R&D, your logistics, and then your profit. Right? While your profit is the only thing that is a variable that you can adjust if you want to enter a market or gain market share. But your raw material and R&D pretty much are fixed if you have to be competitive. It's global purchasing and the R&D spends have to be same. So the only thing left is logistics. So in any manufacturing, the logistics of it is also very important, where automation can play a lot of part in the smart manufacturing process. So for example, I've been here now 9 years. So I moved from the US. I've been here 9 years. And initially when I'd go and tell somebody about what we do, they'd be interested, they'd be excited, and they would ask us for a quotation. And after that, because the ROI was never justifiable, they would never call back. But what has happened is in the last 5 years, things have changed. And last year was amazing. Last year is when we had a lot of inquiries. For the first time in the last 8 years, we actually had inquiries coming in because people wanted to know. So what people want to know is not necessarily remove people, but in a manufacturing unit, take away the most unpredictable part. So whenever you have, because every business is seasonal, so they have their peaks and then their trusses. So in your peaks, you need a lot of people. So they end up hiring a lot of contract labor. And those are the people who they can count the least on, but they need them. So a part of that smart manufacturing extension of the automation is now they're automating that process per se, so where the unpredictability goes out, right? In the manufacturing unit we've done for a customer, so what we've done is not necessarily reduced any people, but we have put in automation for work in progress. So you've got your different manufacturing lines and each have their own peaks and trusses, because of which you have a lot of material sitting next to a particular machine. But you may not see it in your inventory, and then you might end up ordering more, but it was sitting there all the time. So by putting it together in a work in progress offer, you're able to always see in real time what you have. You're picking solutions, as the world has customers, right? So in logistics, we've seen the lot sizes become smaller and smaller and smaller because there's more varieties now. So because of which the goods to person picking, which is what normal it is, person to goods is changing to goods to person, because so that you can increase the speed and throw everything out. In the world of e-commerce, right? Apart from manufacturing, everybody needs now, a t-shirt like a pizza. In the developed world, they're competing for how fast can I take stuff.